What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to my Week 9 NFL Vegas picks. So this video, public here on YouTube, typically every week is exclusive to my patrons over on patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy. So if you want access to this video, if you are a gambler and want the TFG insider on that one, head over to patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy. You'll get access to this video. You can get access to the mailbag for the Fully Inflated Football podcast, where you can submit questions to the show that we answer every week. And you also get exclusive film breakdowns, where I'm looking to do one on Dak Prescott here within the next week. And on top of all that, you will support this channel in the process. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for those that are considering checking that out and supporting the channel. And of course, to all of my beautiful, lovely patrons, thank you so much to your support, for your support to this point. And let's get into Week 9 here. So I'm actually recording this on Tuesday night, November 2nd. If I have any major changes here, I will surely let you know, and check the comments for that down below, because I'm going to be posting this on Thursday. So injury news, some stuff can shake out. Players can get in car crashes and end their season. So stuff can happen, but definitely stay up to date if you are gambling on these games. And I'm coming off my worst 3-week stretch I think I've ever had. We're actually below 500 on plays. We're below 500 against the spread, and really hoping to bounce back in a big way this week and get back above 500. I can proudly say in the 3 years I've been doing this, I have never finished below 500. So not looking to start this year, that's for damn sure. Let's go ahead and get started. Monday Night Football, Jets at Colts. And I swear Vegas is being extra tricky this year, because this is a game that I would think, okay, Colts at home, short week, coming off a tough loss. Wentz played like crap. The Jets coming off a win against the Bengals. Okay, the Jets should be like 7.5-point underdogs. Nope, 10.5 points. Huge spread, and I feel like the Colts probably win by that much. But with how these teams played last week on a short week, I can't bet on the Colts at 10.5 points. No way. I think both these teams play good defense in this game, and maybe that's an under bet for this week. But even then, I don't know. I do think the Colts win. I think they kind of grind this one out. I think the Jets struggle the most offensively here. I think Mike White kind of comes back down to earth a little bit. But yeah, no bet on this game. I'm going to take the Colts 24-18, taking care of business at home. More experienced, deeper team on a short week. Then we got Houston at Miami, 6.5-point favorites here for the Miami Dolphins. And what I'm going to do here is something I'm actually, I believe, 4-0 on the season. I certainly haven't lost one of these 3-team, 7-point teaser bets on the season. It's been a few weeks since I found one that worked, but I really like this style of bet. And I'm going to do it again this week, starting with the Miami Dolphins on a 7-point 3-team teaser. So all they have to do is win this game straight up, basically, getting them plus a 0.5 point. You're even protected by a tie if that happens for some reason. But Houston at Miami, Houston's so bad right now. And Tyrod Taylor might play in this game, but even then he's like questionable. We don't know for sure. That's the only thing that could make this game close right now. But I think Miami can have some success in this game. And the Texans, who just got rid of Charles Omenihu, their defensive line has been okay this year, but man, Miami at home, Jalen Waddle playing well, Tua playing okay. Like, they should be able to put enough points up, and I think Miami's defense is lockdown against the Texans at home. The Texans just stink, man. I know the Dolphins are really bad, but the Texans are a different level of bad. So I'm going to go Miami Dolphins 26-17. It might be close, but that's why we take the 7-point teaser, and I think the Dolphins win this one in the end. Denver at the Dallas Cowboys. This is a 10-point spread. I think it's assumed that Dak Prescott is going to play. He was super close to playing Sunday night against the Vikings, and I'm sure he's going to go. In this one, Dallas is rolling right now, and Denver is reeling. Just traded away Von Miller. I don't think that Denver's defense is going to match up well at all in this game. Denver kind of plays that quarters zone coverage. They're not getting after the quarterback. Dallas has this amazing offensive line, and with Dak in there, I think he just picks this defense apart. And then inversely, you've got Dallas coming home after a big Sunday night football game with Teddy Bridgewater coming to town. Like, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys to win this one pretty comfortably. 10 points is a lot, and Denver is still an NFL team. So we're going to do the 7-point teaser leg on this one. So Dallas just has to win by a field goal. And even if they push that, you're still kind of winning the bet in a lot of ways. So that's why I like the 3-point spread there for Dallas. 30-17. I think they probably cover this thing, but 10 points is a lot. So then we have Minnesota at Baltimore, and this is going to be the third leg of that 7-point 3-team teaser parlay, if you will. And this one is going to be Baltimore also essentially just to win this game straight up, getting 7 points here. So you get Baltimore +1. Vikings losing Danielle Hunter. I think that's a huge hit to their defense, most notably their ability to run, contain on Lamar Jackson. It's a lot different running away from Danielle Hunter than it's going to be running away from DJ Wanham, for example. So I do think the Ravens have a lot of success on offense. Vikings probably get back to playing better on their side of the ball. So I don't think this is going to be a blowout or anything, but I feel very good about the Ravens winning this game and completing that play there of these three teams, where you basically just need the Dolphins to beat the Texans, the Ravens to beat the Vikings, and Dallas to beat Denver by 3. I feel very comfortable about those three, and I like those plays in there. So there's my first play on the season, is that 3-team 7-point teaser. Then we got New England at Carolina. Difficult game to take a look at here. New England's playing really good ball right now. Carolina is probably going to have Sam Darnold in this game. How much that matters, I don't know. Sam Darnold has really struggled against the Patriots. Patriots have had a lot of success even this season against some quarterbacks that don't have the highest end of processors. Zach Wilson, Justin Herbert, young quarterbacks that haven't seen everything in this league. Very much applies to Sam Darnold as well. So I do think they have a lot of success defensively, especially based on how poor the Panthers offense has been lately. It's really just been DJ Moore, and that's about it. Not expecting Christian McCaffrey in this game. So with the Patriots' ability to keep that score down, I think they can get enough to win this one. But 4.5 points is a lot for a Patriots team that kind of plays everybody pretty close, unless you're the New York Jets. So 20-17 Patriots. Buffalo at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one kind of feels trap gamey, just a little bit. I don't think Buffalo loses, but on a 14.5 point spread, I could just see Trevor Lawrence having some success in this game more than they did last week against Seattle. Not something I'm betting on, and Buffalo should be able to take care of business. This is very similar to last week where they played Miami. Like, they're just so much better. I don't see them losing, but I also don't think there's a ton of value in that 14.5 point spread either. So I'm going to go Bills 27-21 with kind of a garbage time Trevor Lawrence touchdown thrown in on the back end there. And then we got Cleveland at Cincinnati, one of the better games of the week. Went really, really close to picking the Cleveland Browns in this one. I think this is going to be my almost upset of the week, if you will. But Cincinnati at home. I think Cleveland at some point in this season figures out how to play offense again. But is it going to be this week on the road against a Bengals defense that's been pretty tough for the most part of this season? I don't know. It's not something I'm comfortable betting on, that's for sure. And Burrow at home, kind of a team playing pissed off after sleeping on the Jets. I think the Bengals can sneak this one out, but this one could really go either way, and that's kind of my almost upset of the week. I would lean towards Cleveland with the 3 points in this one, but don't feel super strong either way. Atlanta at New Orleans. At least New Orleans draws the perfect matchup to kind of figure out this quarterback situation a little bit, because Atlanta's line play is probably the worst in the league if you take both sides of the ball into consideration. and New Orleans is towards the top in that conversation. So at home against a Falcons team, I think they dominate the line of scrimmage. This could be a big Alvin Kamara game. And defensively for the Saints, I think they can really get after Matt Ryan, who just looked like, pardon my French, dog shit last week. It was bad. It was really bad. I think they'll have a good game plan for Pitts, and there's really no one else that Atlanta can use to beat the Saints. So I don't think they necessarily cover the 6 because I think this is a low-scoring defensive game, but I feel pretty good about New Orleans finding a way to win this game just based off their ability to dominate the line of scrimmage and them being the better coached, more physical-minded team in this one. Okay, Vegas at the New York Giants. As of the creation of this video, the spread's still not posted. That had to do with it had to be the Henry Ruggs car accident this morning that kind of threw Vegas off. I don't think Henry Ruggs makes a huge difference pound for pound on the Raiders. It's a blow, don't get me wrong. I think it takes the ceiling, or it puts a ceiling more on the Raiders offense because a lot of their big plays came from that man, Henry Ruggs. Obviously not going to be playing for them this year, so he's out. And don't drink and drive, kids. Shame on Henry Ruggs. Lock him up. I have no holes barred that assuming everything we hear, by the way, that he killed someone driving drunk, get him out of the league. Should never play again. Piece of shit. Get him out of here. I don't care. No excuses for that kind of stuff. So just a little tangent there, but it needed to be said. But Raiders at Giants, 3-point spread. Giants stink, man. The Raiders are really good. Has Henry Ruggs really changed that much? I don't think so. I think Daniel Jones has a hard time matching Derek Carr's ability to play 4 quarters of really good football here. And honestly, this matchup specifically, I don't think matters that much for Henry Ruggs because the Giants really sag off, play that zone coverage, ask you to beat them underneath. That worked against the Chiefs because the Chiefs hate that stuff, but the Raiders will happily take that. I mean, Derek Carr sees cover 4, and he's like, okay, I'll hit Hunter Renfrow underneath all day. Darren Waller, Foster Moreau, Josh Jacobs will run it down your throat. The Giants also don't have the pass rush to take advantage of the Raiders' offensive line, so this spread really doesn't make a ton of sense to me. It also kind of screams trap game. I still don't fully trust the Raiders, but I am going to pick them to win this one 24-20, and I definitely lean towards them covering that spread, assuming it is 3 points, by the way. That could change. But as we sit here today, I'm taking the Raiders 24-20, but don't see a ton of gambling value there. Then we got Chargers at Eagles. This spread made no sense to me. I thought this would be about 4.5 points in favor of the Chargers. I do think the Eagles have like a really good line on both sides of the ball, and that is a situation that we have seen the Chargers struggle with, but I don't think the Eagles have this amazing run game, and Miles Sanders isn't really healthy right now. I'm not afraid of Jordan Howard and Boston Scott doing to them what Lamar Jackson did, what Damian Harris did, what Zeke and Tony Pollard did. I think it's a little bit different as far as the Chargers having to defend the run, and then if they're going to be basically going head-to-head with Jalen Hurts in this one, I'm taking Justin Herbert and that offense against Jalen Hurts every single day of the week. So I don't really understand why it's only a 1.5 point spread. I think they're just a much better football team. I think you're getting value because the Chargers lost last week to a good Patriots team that people probably think stinks. And the Eagles crushed the Lions last week, but whatever. The Lions are terrible. So I think you're getting a lot of value in this one. Chargers to bounce back this week as well. And 26-20 is the score prediction here, and I've got that as a play and a bet the spread. Arizona at San Francisco. This is going to be one of my bigger takes of the week. I am taking the San Francisco 49ers to win this game with the contingency that George Kittle plays. So with or without George Kittle, I'm still going to pick the Niners, but I'm going to make them a play and a bet upset pick if George Kittle is out there, and I think he's returning to practice on Wednesday. If he's out, I'm going to back off of the making this a play, something that I would suggest you bet your money on, but I still think they have a really good chance either way. The reason I think that is the Cardinals showed against the Packers they really struggle with line play. Right now, Rodney Hudson is out. They just lost J.J. Watt. And the Niners went on the road against the Chicago Bears, and they looked like the best version of themselves. They were blowing them off the ball, running the ball well, getting these receivers going. Jimmy Garoppolo played very well. And the Niners played the Cardinals tight the last time they played, and they did a good job against this Cardinals offense, by the way, when they were at full force. And right now they're not at full force. So I think this game is tighter than people realize. The Niners at home in this one, I'm going to take them to win this game with a pick and a bet the spread and a play on them if George Kittle plays. Then we have Green Bay at Kansas City. So the spread on this one, not really shown yet. I don't know what that's about. It might be a David Bakhtiari thing. It might be a Devontae Adams thing. I think those guys go. Right now what I'm seeing is 2 points for Kansas City. The spread might change. It could go all the way to like Green Bay -3, and at that point I'd be a little more hesitant. But where I'm seeing it right now is Kansas City -2. And I like Green Bay anywhere within 2 points in this game. I like them to win and cover that spread. I think that Kansas City, we talked about this in the podcast, they really struggle with defenses that are comfortable running that off-zone coverage, put a blanket over your offense, force Mahomes to play methodical and avoid mistakes. And Green Bay is very comfortable doing that. And they just got away with that as a great game plan, by the way, against the Cardinals, against a quarterback that's even harder to contain scrambling than Patrick Mahomes. So I think Green Bay's defense does enough in this game when I think Green Bay's offense is going to kind of have whatever they want against this Chiefs defense that's just not any good right now. So I think Kansas City's really struggling right now. I think they get back to it at some point this season, but do I feel good about that being this week against a Packers team that I think matches up very well against them? No, I don't. So I'm going to take the Packers to win this one, 30-27, a bet spread, a bet upset, and a play on that one. Okay, Tennessee at the LA Rams. Should be pretty straightforward here. Tennessee has that kind of dog mentality in them. Could play spoiler in this one. I don't feel good about that. And I would definitely lean towards Rams on the 8 points if you want to bet this one. I'm going to stay away from it right now. Just kind of on a gut feeling. That's all I can really say about that. But the Rams should be able to take care of business here. Have plenty of success against the Titans defense that's not that good. And this Rams offense is, this Rams defense is very fascinating. Getting Von Miller in there, he should be good to go. He knows the scheme. Staley's not here. Never mind. Scheme's a little different. Get my LA defensive coordinators a little bit confused there. But either way, I expect Von Miller to be in there this week, and the Rams defense to certainly threaten Ryan Tannehill's ability to have a good game. So Rams should roll. I've got them 30-21. And then Bears at the Pittsburgh Steelers. 7-point spread on this one. Scary. The Bears offense is pretty miserable, but Justin Fields played well last week. Steelers looking pretty good. I think they win this game, but they're a team that kind of plays everyone tight because that's sort of the game script that they want. And even with 7 points, you can get a Justin Fields backdoor cover on that too. I'm not going to make this one a play, though I'm very close to it. I will, though, throw that bet spread on there. The difference there is the greens, the plays. That's where I'm actually putting my own money on this week. Whereas in a situation like this where I say bet spread on the Steelers, I still feel pretty good about the Steelers. I just value those other picks a little more. So just to explain that. But I still think it's a good value to go Bears to cover in this one. But I'm also a little worried about the Steelers defense at home in a primetime game, kind of embarrassing that Bears offense and Justin Fields. So a little bit of hesitation in there, but Bears should be good to go to at least cover and maybe even win this game straight up. So there are the Week 9 NFL picks. Good luck, everybody. If you are gambling, gamble responsibly, and make sure you check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy for this exclusive content every week. I appreciate you for watching, and have a great weekend. Peace out.